What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the show. I'm LiveFile, and here we go with another MLB 2K13 pitcher video. My player, obviously, with Morgan Freeman. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the American League MVP as well as the National League MVP. Give my personal opinions on it. Do I think some people got snubbed? Do I feel like some people didn't get snubbed? It's really hard to call. You know, it's really hard to call. But I like both of the winners just to give you guys a little preview of what I'm going to talk about. But let me set up this gameplay for you. So, we are still in AAA. I mean, I was looking at the goals, and literally it's just time. I just got to complete. You got to do like 5 starts. So I got to do 5 starts in order to advance. But everything else looks pretty good so far. This game actually kind of hurt me a little bit because I ended up giving up a lot of runs toward the end. And I actually got taken out pretty early in this. And really it's because I really started to attack the strike zone. You know, I increased my fastball speed a little bit with some skill points that I got in the last game, and I increased my slider a little bit as well. So because of that, I started to attack the strike zone even more. But unfortunately, it didn't really work out so well, and I kind of got lit up in this game for quite a bit of runs. But let's talk about the MVPs, man. So let's start with the American League MVP. Miguel Cabrera, landslide. Favorite, I think, a little bit. There's really okay. Now, I seriously want you guys' opinion on this because this is a really sticky situation for me because this guy has been so dominant for so long. But now that you have Mike Trout, obviously still producing at a high level, being that young kind of face of Major League Baseball. Plus, now you have Chris Davis jumping on the scene with his home run spectacular power. Those are 2 great players. You know, those are 2 really good players. Mike Trout, great defensively, got the speed, young, he got the power, he got the contact, he has a good eye, and he has a good career ahead of him. Now, you look at Chris Davis, he is a flat-out monster. This guy keeps smashing the ball, and I think one thing that's really making him even more likable right now is how modest he is. He's really modest. I was listening to something where on Hot Stove, which I watch every morning. I was watching Hot Stove, and Buck Showalter stopped by, and I talked to him, and he really talked about Chris Davis and how humble he is, and how team-oriented he is. And I think that that's really something that he has going for him. Because if to be honest, I really didn't like him at first because he seemed like kind of a standoffish, kind of douchebaggy kind of guy. But he's not like that at all. So it's good to see that the stars of today and, you know, the years to come aren't that type of douchebaggy type of guys. So, yeah, Mike Trout, you could argue he should have won it. Chris Davis, you could argue he should have won it. But when you have a guy who can hit the ball to any part of the field, hit for average, get on base, and literally controls the game like he does. You know, literally controls the game like he does. You can't give it to anyone else but Miguel Cabrera. Every year he's a legitimate Triple Crown winner. So I mean, again, you wish you could give like second place to 2 guys because if you could, I would give second place to obviously Mike Trout and Chris Davis. But if with Miguel Cabrera there, you can't give it to anyone else because if you don't give it to Miguel Cabrera, then you're basically saying that Mike Trout and Chris Davis are better hitters than Miguel Cabrera. And even though Mike Trout is an awesome hitter, and even though Chris Davis has amazing power, they can't even hold Miguel Cabrera's jockstrap, to be honest with you. That's just me. And I'm saying this from a neutral point of view because I really don't like the Tigers. They always get my A's out of the playoffs for some reason. For some strange reason, we always seem to go up against them. But whatever. So, yeah, it's coming from a neutral point of view. I actually hate the Tigers, to be honest with you. So it's hard for me to say that he is the best hitter that we've seen in a long time. You know, you can compare him to the couple years that Albert Pujols was playing because Albert Pujols was kind of the equivalent to that. But Albert Pujols wasn't a legitimate Triple Crown winner every single year, you know. So congratulations to him. Now, on the NL side, this is a little bit more controversial, I think, than the American League side because you have 2 guys, or 3 guys, in my opinion, who could have won it. Paul Goldschmidt, the heart of that Arizona Cardinals offense, really put the Arizona Cardinals on the map, and he came out of nowhere. You know, I mean, this year he had an amazing year, and Yadier Molina, somebody who a lot of people may not know unless you follow the Cardinals for like extensively, but he has had a great year, and plus his defense and working with the pitching staff, that's something that people can say, hey, you know what, that's an addition to me putting a vote down for him. So those two, I feel like it could have gone to them, but at the end of the day, it went to Andrew McCutchen. I'm not really mad at this, you know, because Andrew McCutchen has really paid his dues. He stayed in Pittsburgh when people were saying that he should have gotten traded a couple years ago. Do you guys remember this? I think there was like something that leaked that said that he hated Pittsburgh and he wanted to get out of there because they were never going to win anything. But you know what? Hey, that was just rumors apparently, because this recent thing that I was listening to, he said that he absolutely loves Pittsburgh. He wants to stay there for his whole career. And why not? You know, when you have literally built a team that is going to be a contender, it's a great feeling. And who wouldn't want to be a star of an upcoming young team? Especially now that you have that fan base really behind you. I mean, you could argue that the Pittsburgh fan base is one of the loudest and most intense fan bases in the whole league. And that has completely changed the game. That was never talked about in baseball as being something of an advantage. But it is an advantage in Pittsburgh. So big shout out to him. Leave comments down below. Let me know who you guys think should have won the MVPs. But to conclude the video, I am ecstatic about Andrew McCutchen winning the MVP. It couldn't have gone to a better guy. He's the best center fielder. Yeah, I'm going to say it. He's the best center fielder in the game. I know that Mike Trout has played center field. I understand that. But I'm just saying that he is right up there with Mike Trout. And it's awesome to see him win some hardware and get recognition for it. And, you know, it's a great time to be a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. If you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, you're going to have a lot of fun years ahead. Speaking from an A's fan that rebuilt the A's team, it's fun. Live 5-0 out.